First hopper fish of the year, July 18th. Very cool take. He just came up from underneath it and slurped. Not huge, but a football for sure. I'm gonna net him. Strong. There we go. Perfect. Get to see our hopper pointing right out the top of his mouth. See if he's nice enough to let me just grab it right out of there with that barbless hook, which he did. Now it's just hooked in the net. We'll take a quick look at this guy. Love my cutthroat. There he goes. So very much like my salmon flies, I like to tie my hoppers pretty small. Like this one, I believe, is a number 8, and it's the actual fly I used in the short video on how I tie the foam body hopper, and it's interesting because I went and took a temperature of a tributary creek on my way up here this morning, and as I'm walking through the bushes getting down to the stream, every time I took a step I kicked up a bunch of baby hoppers. I mean, they were clearly grasshoppers, but they were very small in size, and it made me think that maybe, just maybe, part of the reason my small hoppers do so well on this river is because these cutthroat get the opportunity to feast on the dumb little hoppers that are jumping all over the place and then eventually make the wrong jump and end up in the river. But these small size hoppers have really produced, in my time here, I've done a ton of experimenting with the colors. This one happens to be a sandwich of brown and yellow foam. I've caught fish on just about every color combo you can imagine, but if I had to put my finger on one color combination that seems the best, it would probably be tan and brown. So the outer foam is what the fish sees is a brown bottom with a wedge of tan in between. I always use bright colored wings, both because I'm blind and it's easier to spot out there, but also because the wings are well above the, with that drift. The wings are well above the water, and I think the bright wings just give them a really good look, a really good profile. One of the cool things when the fish start keying on grasshoppers is that you get a lot of these big fish move right in off the bank, which is part of the reason why when you're drifting and fishing these, that's why when you're drifting and fishing these types of patterns, you're just pounding the bank and casting right in on the rocks. And from the wader's perspective, it's cool because That's your best shot of seeing a really big fish rise on your fly in super shallow water, where you get to see the whole act. So here's that hopper pattern. And like I said, there's a video, just a short, shows you how I put the parts together. So what I'm going to do is show you how it looks when it's got a little moisture to it. I can just feel it in the weight. Put it in the silica, and it's mostly the dubbed part. My cat redfish's fur that's getting dried out, because of course the foam doesn't absorb any water. So that's what it looks like when it comes out of the desiccant, or whatever they like to call it. See if we can get a better look at it right there. So that's bone dry. And then my secret sauce gets a complete dunk. And I like that my mixture foams up, because it seems like it sticks to the fly really well. Maybe even better than the full-blown liquid. And then it looks wet and it looks heavy, but as soon as I make a couple of false casts, it's going to whip off the excess, and that's going to be a nice dry fly.